Cheers! How you do, buckaroos? How the heck are you? Wow, what a day I had today. Anyway, hey, that's the nature of the beast, man. I recently re-entered the retail game, retail management, as it were. And that's kind of the nature of the beast. Sometimes you got to go in when you're off. Somebody calls in sick, you got to do the job. And anyway, hey, but now I have a chance to have a beer, man. If you can hear Crocus Ballroom Blitz, I don't own the rights, man. So I'm having the Schlafly House Brown from their bonfire box. I had the Pilsner and the pumpkin style. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of pumpkin anything, pumpkin beers, any kind, but really their pumpkin stout is really done well. And their Pilsner is nice too. And I haven't had this brown now. Now, also in that box was their APA, which I've had. And I was trying to get out of here earlier, but now I'm losing some light. I think my eyes are going bad fast or something, man. These glasses worked when we got them just about 6 months ago, and now I'm having trouble seeing again. Schlafly House Brown Ale pours a rich bronze. Okay, I'll let you decide if that's bronze or not, but there is some ruby hues in it for sure. That evokes the colors of autumn. Yes, it does do that. The straightforward ale uses North American hops, so it is an American brown, okay? Not an English brown. Smooth sweetness, refined character. There we go. Available for a limited time. Brown ales seem to be the miscongeniality of the craft beer world. I mean, there's some folks that like them. I've never heard anybody ever tell me that brown ales are absolute favorite style. But it doesn't mean they're not worth drinking, especially for a time. Rich and malty on the nose, a little bit of toffee right away I pick up. Nutty, hazelnut, toasted hazelnut-like notes as well on the nose. Not unusual for a brown. But yeah, the toffee is very nice. Yeah. Anyway, I was reliving my youth for a second. In my mind, I was getting some flashbacks and memories of parachute pants, very tight shirts, and Capizios. Got a flashback, man. It was good. The Capizios. I was wearing Capizios and parachute pants. And a very skin-tight shirt from Chess King. Anyways, I digress, man. Yeah, Chess King. For a lot of us rockers shop back in the day. Carried some tight-ass stuff, man. So flavors, yeah, they kind of mimic the aromas. Nice toasted malt, maybe light toasted hazelnut notes. Certainly some toffee going on there. You might get slight hints of chocolate. Who knows? It doesn't necessarily taste like a chocolate toffee, but almost like a buttery toffee with just a little ganache. Just not covered in chocolate, but just a hint, just a skosh. Anyways, I digress. Hey, if you can hear Ringo Starr, don't come easy. I don't know the rest. Ringo Starr, don't come easy. But it is a damn fine tune. Ringo takes some heat, right? I've heard folks make fun of Ringo's drumming, Ringo's singing. The bottom line is, over time, Ringo has gotten to be more respected as a drummer, as he should be. And I'm not ever going to say Ringo was a great singer, but he had a specific sound which made him, which made him a pop star for a time in the 70s. And there's certain things Ringo did well. I mean, in my particular opinion, I think what Ringo did better than anybody ever was the novelty tune. Oh my, the No-No song. These are novelty songs, but he somehow made a novelty tune relevant. Now this song is not a novelty tune. It's an honest to goodness great tune. It's not a pop song. It's just a great rock classic. and I don't want it to be diminished by calling it a pop tune because it is not. But there we go. Woo-wee! Sometimes I get excited. So back to the beer. Yes, it is a very well done American brown, not an English brown. However, it does certainly give a nod to traditional English browns with the nutty toffee notes. But it is a little drier to finish. Let's see, what are the exact numbers on this? 5.6%, 30 IBUs. Yeah, I mean, that's a nice amount of IBUs for a brown. This is definitely an American brown, but boy, it was done well. And if I've said this once, I've said it a million times. I do believe Schlafly is an underrated brewery. I think that they've been doing great beers since their inception. The unfortunate part of the craft beer world is that it seems to be taken over by whatever the younger crowd is at that time. And now you've got certain millennials or hipster craft beer drinkers that only embrace certain breweries for whatever reason and ignore the others. Hey, great beer is great beer. And I'm not saying a trendy style or a trendy brewery might not be great for the time, but but you can't overlook a classic brewery that's been doing it right for a very long time. Whenever my friends are going to St. Louis, they always mention a couple trendy breweries, and I say, yes, but don't forget Edees. Don't forget Urban Chest, and don't forget Four Hands, and don't forget Schlafly. They've been doing great stuff for a long time, and they're often overlooked. So there you go. I was at the tap room. No, I was not the tap room. I was at the Bottle Works back in May, and to be honest with you, I was kind of blown away. Of all the breweries I went to, and I went to a fair number in a 2-day period, Schlafly was very impressive. They have a lot of stuff in their Bottle Works and tap room that aren't anywhere else, and if you're missing that experience, you're really missing out. And the worst part about that is if you're already on the loop, man. So people are going to Side Project, for instance, because they're trendy as hell and they're expensive as hell. And for some reason, craft beer geeks like to spend a lot of money when they don't have to. But you can get your ass over to Schlafly and buy beer of equal quality and save yourself a handful of bucks. So there you go. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker, where was the man? All around good guy. This is a very solid brown, though. Actually, it really is. It does everything you want a good brown to do. And a little bit more, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mentioned the nose. I'm going to reiterate just a little bit here. But yes, big nutty toffee going on. Just the slightest notion of chocolate. Almost like you took some good toffee and just gave it a very light ganache over the top. Then there you go. Baby, give some love. If you can hear, give me some lovin' by Spencer Davis Group. I don't know the rights to give me some lovin'. Spencer Davis Group. Steve Winwood on vocals. There we go. Sometimes the music just captures me, man. Spencer Davis Group. They discovered Stevie. He was a mere youngster at the time. They thought he sounded like Ray Charles. That's how they got to gig, man. But then he burned out early, quit for a while, then came back in the 80s. You all know that story. He did a handful of decent tunes. The sad part for me, though, is what made Steve Winwood great early on is he had an edge. It seemed like in the 80s, the music was very polished. There were a handful of decent tunes. Most of it was way too polished. And didn't have that soul to it that his early works with Spencer Davis had. Anyway, one more time with feeling. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer, Beer Evangelist, prolific beer drinker. Beer was the man. All right, good guy. Remember, folks, life is serious. Beer sure as hell should not be.